comics are stupid.
No Harry Potter movie is good.
And you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry, just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
Hello everyone, so I'm back, and I'm going to be talking about these damn Oscars and what the hell is wrong with them. So basically last night were the Oscars, and I'm very angry about what has happened during these awards. And I feel like there are really two different ways that these could go down. Yes, this is a rant, by the way, in case, you couldn't tell. So there's two ways that they have to decide what they are. The Academy has to decide what the Oscars are. What are they? What are they meant to do? And what is their purpose? Because this is the problem. Until they have a purpose, these awards will continue to be disappointments year after year after year. We have not yet got the viewing numbers, but I can almost guarantee you they are very, very, very low. And this is the thing. You've got two big paths you got to choose from. Are you going to be an academy which focuses on purely rewarding deserving movies, the best movies, and are you going to reward the best performances, and are you going to be purely based on a performance and critical standpoint? Or, the other side of this, are you going to be an award show which celebrates, fun movies, and the meaning, and focuses on rewarding meaningful and symbolic contributions to film, right? Because both are acceptable. You could be a celebration to movies, which, doesn't really, Best Picture is necessarily the best movie, but it's the most meaningful. You're going to give awards to movies that contribute to society, whatever that may be, right? Performances, which are you going to be more symbolic awards or literal awards? And this is the thing, right? And I think the problem is that there's no answer to this right now because they keep trying to do both. Yeah, we'll be a little bit symbolic, but we'll also kind of be real. And we'll talk about the reality, we'll talk about, who the best people in movies are. And so I think that's the problem. And that's what the thing is that they don't have. And until they do have that, I think that there will be a massive, there will be massive viewership issues, and they won't be able to get things, back on track. The identity crisis, when you're trying to please everyone, you're trying to do a little bit for everyone, you end up doing nothing for anyone. No one wants to, watch the Oscars if they're gonna be if they don't acknowledge the fact that they're meaningless, or they're meaningful, right? I mean, look at the MTV Movie and TV Awards, right? These are awards which are, not necessarily, no one's ever called them incredibly meaningful or, important or whatever that may be, right? And the reason, can I tell you why that is? Because they acknowledge they're not fully meaningful. The Razzie Awards, are they meaningful? No. Do they acknowledge that? Yes. It's a joke. The People's Choice Awards, are those... that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, you've got to acknowledge, are you going to be a serious award show, or are you going to be a symbolic celebration of film where all the actors and who did stuff in movies get together and, you boost up movies that were smaller and you kind of, give symbolic awards essentially, based on cultural importance and things like that. And that's perfectly fine. That's an acceptable route. But you have to commit to it and acknowledge it. I think that's the issue. And I think the other aspect of this issue, right, comes down to this idea that people are, frankly, bored and tired. The general audience, at least, are frankly bored and tired of these awards. And then you're trying to appeal to them. But then what happens is by doing that, you cut things down and you shorten things and you mess things up. And then all of a sudden, it's not it's not that same award show. You're not giving people that moment. There were positives from this award show. I'm not even going to pretend that there weren't. I'll get to the biggest negative, in a minute or so. But yeah, are positives to this show. The trivia thing they did, with the Glenn Close bit, that was great. I thought that was one of the best things I saw all night in the Oscars. I think that's something they should keep in the future. I think that was a really successful thing. I think some of the presenters were good. Some of the presenters looked like they were just reading their lines. They went off the stage after that. I think that was something which I found weird was, some of these presenters would, do a bit before and then some of them would just kind of mumble their lines and then walk away. But yeah, that was kind of another aspect of it, which I didn't enjoy very much. But, that's going to be what it's going to be. Harrison Ford was great because he did the whole bit with the Blade Runner reviews. And yeah, that was good. Now, the other aspect, and I think this really had to come down to what the stupid Academy did. Rather, the problem with the Academy, not with the anything else about the show. I think the in memoriam section was way too fast. They kind of sped through it. You'd think they'd give people at least 5-10 seconds to actually look at the name and think about it, rather than just literally, less than a second. Like Chadwick Boseman just kind of appeared and then he disappeared. I could read half the names that were on the screen. They were speeding through that. And don't even get me started on Chadwick Boseman. My God, are they going to continue to do this? They change the order of everything. In theory, to give that kind of end on that Chadwick Boseman getting his award note. Finally, long-deserved award. And what do? You're right. As the Academy, they decide to royally mess up. And someone on Twitter said, they were literally given the easiest layup ever, and they missed. They just missed. They just absolutely missed. It's like they had the opportunity not only to and look, this is, if he won, he would have given a great performance obviously as well. Now, granted, I have not seen The Father, which I just want to point out, but, he would have given a great performance for the movie he was nominated for, but it also would have been more specifically about his career, right? It's not like, Anthony Hopkins, never going to be able to do anything again, and Anthony Hopkins already has his awards, so just remember that. I think that Anthony Hopkins, and I think that, I think, okay, great. He's a great guy. This isn't about him. This snub is not about him. This is purely about the Academy. The way they set it up, and they set it up in a way which made it feel like, yes, this is Chadwick Boseman's night, right? And I think that then they kind of said, yeah, no, we're okay. And I think that was the issue, right? You change the format of the awards, you do all this stuff, and then you kind of say, yeah, no, I'm okay. And so I think that was something which really bugged me. And, the other aspect of this, which I found very annoying, in terms of the Academy's aspect of it, actually, is this idea, again, kind of relating to this award, that you're kind of, awards are typically about symbolism anyways, right? And you can't go through a whole night of symbolism and then say, well, not only the Regina King director snub and the One Night in Miami Best Picture snub in terms of the nominations, but also then Chadwick Boseman not winning, because you look at the history of the Academy and they've never given him the respect he deserved ever. He, especially, and I don't care what you think of the movie, in Black Panther, if he deserved a nomination for that movie. He deserved an acting nomination. Michael B. Jordan deserved an acting nomination. Besides Best Picture, they snubbed them in all the acting categories, and I believe director too, actually. And I think Michael B. Jordan deserved it. And a lot of times the awards do that, though. They give someone an award because and it's kind of like a long overdue award situation, right? Like unless you give a revelatory performance. For example, the Joker or the Freddie Mercury performance, the last two Best Actor winners, it's very likely you're gonna see, something else. It'll be close to see who wins. But I feel like that was the weirdest, upset thing of the thing. And now, is this outrage politics? That's the question. Is the Academy doing this as a way to get headlines, right? Because every headline from now till next year is going to be, including this video, it's outrage politics, right? I'm angry at the goddamn Academy for being stupid. And So yeah, I mean, it kind of is. He's gonna grab headlines, and I think the Oscars have always been good at grabbing headlines. You look at, you go from all the way from the mix up a few years ago with the Best Picture to. I'm trying to remember any of the other upsets that have happened, but I can't right now. But there were other ones, Endgame missing out on score nomination and then getting snubbed for Best Picture. All of those things. And I think that was something, I think that maybe that's what they're going for now. Maybe they're just going to become a show which focuses on getting outraged to get talked about and get headlines. I mean, that seems what it's coming down to, and it's kind of disappointing because, of course, historically, the Oscars haven't been bad. But I think that they need to do is this is the first thing they need to do. They need to sit down, they need to take a hard look at the show and say, who are we? What is our goal and what are we going to do? Are we still going to be an award show which holds ultimate prestige in terms of the best of the best? Or are we going to be, a show which, everyone can get together and watch, a bunch of celebrities kind of just have fun and celebrate movies. We kind of mention meaningful movies, and we kind of, the focus is less on the award and more on the celebration and the ceremony and the prestige and the stuff leading up to that, where you have these celebrities and you have this big red carpet event and all that stuff. So I think that's what needs to happen, because both are acceptable, right? That's the thing. I can't stress this enough. Both are acceptable, but you have to choose and you have to stick with it. You can't just say, yeah, we're going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of this, especially when the little bit you do is not the right little bit. The little bit you do is the wrong little bit, And I think that's at least my opinion, but I think that's the problem with the Oscars in a nutshell, what they need to figure out. And yeah, I'm not going to give the Oscars too much credit or any credit here because they don't deserve any credit. But I would like to say that for the first year ever, I watched the Best Picture winner before it actually won Best Picture, which is a huge accomplishment in my mind because it's all like last year. I watched almost every single Best Picture movie except Parasite. I even watched that movie with the people and the war movie. I watched that one, 1917. But yeah, that was, and then the year before that, I watched a bunch of the movies except the winner, which was, I don't remember what the winner was a few years ago. Was it Shape of Water? Was it Three Billboards? Was it something like that? I don't know. But whatever that movie was, I did not watch it until after it won. So yeah, first year for everything. And so I'm happy I won, watched the winner prior to it winning. So I'm happy about that. That made me happy. So I think that's all I have to say right now about the Academy. They really need to decide who the hell they are because they're really messing with us. And yeah, I'm not mad. And the other thing I want to mention quickly is I'm not mad with, and obviously Anthony Hopkins. He's a great actor. I have great deal of respect for him. He's amazing. He probably deserved the award. From what I've seen, his performance is spectacular. But at the same time, I think that this is not his fault, obviously. I think he's great. I don't think he did anything. I saw this video where he kind of accepted the thing and he kind of paid tribute to Jack Boseman, so he did the right things. The issue was that the Academy decided to be stupid. He should never gotten that award to begin with. It's not his fault. It's the Academy's fault for being stupid. But yeah, that's the thing. The Oscars kind of dumb, but they need to figure out who the hell they are. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts. Follow us on social media and let me know what you think the problems with the Oscars were, and were you mad about this Chadwick Boseman snub? Arguably, in my opinion, the biggest snub in the history of movies. And you obviously can't give Heath Ledger an acting nomination posthumously and not give it to Chadwick Boseman. I'm just saying, although I think Heath Ledger's performance falls into more of that, that extremely kind of, world-changing. Because typically, unless you're Jared Leto, the Joker, it's a world-changing role. But let me know what you thought of the movie down below. Or not the movie, the movie show about the movies. I had a cool anecdote about audiences, but I kind of forgot to talk about that. Oh well. Anyways, so yeah. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. And like and comment. See you next time. Bye.